Hi, I'm Josh. Welcome to a new video, and today I'll be telling you the story of how I got into Radiohead, one that I find very interesting because of how drastically my opinion on them has changed from those first encounters to now. But before starting though, even though I don't think they need much introduction, I want to give you a little context of them because I think it helps to understand my experience with the band. They are an alternative rock band formed in 1985 in Abington, Oxfordshire, one of the most acclaimed of the past decades, having a huge influence in the whole music industry with their innovation and impressive catalog, from masterpieces like OK Computer to decade-defining albums like Kid A. Radiohead is definitely among the greatest, but they've always had to walk along the shadow of a certain song from their debut album, which was also my introduction to them. That was in 2018. At the time I used to watch a lot of video tops, and I came across this one called the Top 10 Saddest Songs in Rock History or something like that. Of course, Script was there, and I really liked it. Finished the video, and when I listened to it formally, and I was able to confirm it was one of the saddest songs I had ever listened to, and it still is. In terms of moodiness, there's very few songs that come close to it. While I fell in love with the song, Radiohead just didn't call my attention. I was super into other bands and genres, so I just didn't even think about checking more of their stuff. It remained like that for at least 2 years. I kept listening to Creep quite often, but that was about it. It was until I heard a story that they had a complicated relation with the song that I got the curiosity to actually check them, see what more they had to offer. And while I had a little interest, I still didn't go ahead to check them, mostly because of how annoying Radiohead fans tend to be with how amazing the music is. I felt the hype was just way too high for it to be real, so I preferred not to be disappointed. It was until I saw a video of albums you should give a listen to, where they put OK Computer among the higher spots, that my interest got really high. I was excited to listen to that one and finally find out what they had to offer and so many people loved about them. Finally, on January 5, 2021, I listened to OK Computer for the first time, and while I remember liking it, I didn't think much of it besides a couple songs, Paranoid Android and Subterranean Homesick Alien being those. Actually, it's crazy thinking I don't remember listening to Karma Police or No Surprises. I find fun that this album will become one of my undeniable all-time favorites, but at the time, it was just a good listen. For months, I didn't even think about checking more Radiohead, but every once in a while, I saw someone praising how good their albums were, whether it be a list, a video, a comment, so again, I grew a little interest. One day I saw Sean Track saying Pablo Honey was a really good album, and since Creep is on it, I decided to give it a listen, and it was honestly incredibly underwhelming. I was starting to lose my faith to like Radiohead, but I was still interested on listening to Kid A and In Rainbows, their most commented albums after OK Computer. I started to think maybe I hadn't listened to the right Radiohead yet, and those would be nice albums to give a listen to. Plus, my friend Luis D is a really big fan of In Rainbows, and he definitely encouraged me a couple times to listen to it, which I did on September 5, 2021. I listened to Kid A and right after it to In Rainbows, and I didn't like him at all. I thought they were incredibly boring. I really find crazy the fact that I thought this about two albums that now I love so much. I liked a couple songs from In Rainbows, but I didn't like anything on Kid A aside from the national anthem, which blows my mind. How couldn't I like How to Disappear completely? I don't know. I was really disappointed with Radiohead, but given that I really liked OK Computer and how much praise people gave to them, I was wondering, why was I not connecting with their music? Maybe it was an acquired taste like coffee? Maybe. I don't know. I just needed answers. The thing is, at the same time, my love for OK Computer was starting to grow a lot and real quick. By the last week of November, 1st of December, I was very into OK Computer. Like, that was the only album I was listening to. So I thought, let's give another listen to Kid A and In Rainbows. And I don't know what happened, but in those second listens, I freaking fell in love with those two albums. And that was the point of no return. There was no way back, because I dove so deeply into their music over the next whole month. went to a friend's house to see the Kirem Nishi exhibition, listened to the bands Amunche Pool, re-listened to Pablo Honey, and by this point I was lost in their music, with weeks where I will have more than 100 plays of them, which is a lot for me. Like, this is how my last FM chart looked the third week of February. I had 223 plays from Radiohead that week, which may be the most I've ever had from any artist ever. I mean, it was a crazy time. Right now, they're a band I love. In terms of the quality, personality, emotion, and detail they put into their music, I will put them among the best. Many of their albums are among my favorites. They've influenced a lot my current perspective on music and have become some of the musicians I look up the most to. With their experimentation with sounds, techniques and styles, their masterful songwriting, and exceptional ability to create super emotional experiences, Radiohead is a one-of-a-kind band that I will dare to say has been my favorite one this year, and I don't think that's gonna change in the next months. Now, if you'd like to get into them, I'll put a list of songs over here, which I think will be the best if you want to start checking them. I really recommend you to do it, because they are an amazing band with super high quality music. And yeah, as always, I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, leave a like and subscribe. Don't forget to check my first album Downwards if you haven't yet. It's available everywhere, but you'll have the Spotify link in the description for you to go check it. And I'd really appreciate it if you do. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. I've been waiting for years, hoping there's still a chance that you'll come visiting someday. Don't care if the guns are rusty, the bullet's black, you can still pretend it's fun to live.